Okay, AT&T, this is, let me just, oh wow. This has, oh, one moment, please. Good Lord, not with that hair jutting out. So, I was wearing a headband and cut this. Just, if you look at it from different angles, it looks like a human with some sort of practice craft. Cut it for me. Oh, anyways, you're fucking with the screenshots. So I started this YouTube video much later than this upload of this pivotal video, because I started making two other with this pivotal video as I started uploading it, which is 861 megabytes. Should have been done half an hour ago. Once I started that, I had two then simultaneously going on YouTube, which I then, after 5 minutes of that going, 10 minutes of that going, rationality set in, having won the lottery, which you are still in the midst of trying to think of how you're going to say I didn't, but I did. Just how much of the lottery do I have to take from you? See, that's too cocky. That's why I like those first two videos, one of which was the pivotal video. But now, when I do the pull-down screen, you're doing this like super slow on the Google Drive upload, which is the pivotal upload of the pivotal video. And then I made a different YouTube video expressing my valid concerns and fears of the situation, which you will try to manipulate. You are just an American. You are a large, incredibly large organization, business in America, which means by every single track record, you are going to behave like corporate scumbags and hide as much of the truth as is as humanly possible for you to do, and to counteract the documentation I've made. Like AT&T, I plugged in my I just happened on my Google book, Chromebook, to have like it's at the bottom right corner, and you draw it up and it's like got the available Wi-Fi's in the given proximity, which you can hook into. It's like, and then that just happened to be up, and I pulled up. I plugged in my Google Chromebook charger, which is the factory charger, came with the thing, with the product. It's an Asus. And in Yorkville, here I have in this Asus shit Chromebook, which you guys have hacked forever. Here, I'll show it, in fact. Oh, I wouldn't have done that, would I have? That would have been fucking stupid. Uploaded it and then... Maybe I've already did. Yeah. I'll have to pull that up on a different episode. I plugged in my charger, and in unison with me plugging in the charger, instantly this Wi-Fi with AT&T and a bunch of random coding. You have a secret program in my charger which has helped you usurp everything about this shit Chromebook. And you guys manipulate my data. You'll take away half of a hotspot monthly allotment that I buy of 5 gigabytes to make it be 3.5 gigabytes, and you use the batteries. These uploads. This is a brand new phone. You guys sent me it. I have video of it saying my number on it. Someone's skidding their tires. That's literally them listening to these things. This is gone on for years and years and years, America. I might sound crazy. I don't care. They will all come out. As the Truman Show just showed itself today. the pivotal movie video in question. Just a 7-minute little ditty. But anyways, so that Wi-Fi thing was in exact correlation with me plugging in the charger. So it's like, I know you're up to bullshit, AT&T. You're looking at someone who's been suspicious, who's had to deal with you made obsolete the entire phone model of the thing I used 6 months premature at 10:19 at night on a random Tuesday, July 27th, 2021 of this year, just a couple of weeks ago. And it took me 2 weeks to get any sort of semblance back to a normal life without any sort of data that I had already paid for. But because you didn't like my videos, which I hadn't even, those ones you let me upload the ones in which I was ventilating frustration at the police forces around here and the municipal workers. But then I uploaded the ones about LA Fitness, which were compromising to you in LA Fitness. And you made obsolete the model of Alcatel cell phone at 10:19 at night on Tuesday, July 27th. Just out of nowhere, as I take the LA Fitness app off my phone, and shit, I could not get anything to work on a fully functioning phone and data plan. Thereafter, and I spent a week being jerked off by you. And I have all this videotaped. Because I have to deal with these things at every gym I go to. They send the American either discharged military or currently commissioned military is there in squadrons. America, I know how crazy it all sounds. It can't not sound crazy. I'm just some jerk off. And no jerk off, just, if you don't know him, so if I haven't been on, some talk show to talk about how wonderful my famous life is, then you don't know this jerk off. But I mean, ask my college professors. I mean, I have hundreds and hundreds of pages of writing. That alone puts you on every algorithm that the government, this anti-expression apparatus, is meant to suppress. And AT&T, you've had me for 4 straight years in my aunt's house, and I've always known, it correlates with her going and retreating into certain space in her house once I start writing or something, and then within minutes, she'll go move somewhere, go do something. And now my forum doesn't work. And it's just, it's too, pervasive of a pattern. It might have been coincidence years ago, but you've had me for years, and I was in these Ezekiel cycles for years before that. But now I have you. And you're making everything go really slow. So just now on the pull-down screen, my YouTube video, which I started at, I would say, give or take 5 minutes of 30 minutes I had uploading prior to this YouTube one, but they both now in the documentation I'm trying to do with the pull-down screen, which documents the progress of both at the time. So it's the screenshots show how slow this data is going, but the bars don't seem to say that it should be going this slow. But they both read an hour the last time I checked and started making this video. So I know you're full of shit, AT&T, and I'm just saying, except that Google betrays the American people, because I'm fed up with this shit commerce that America has to put up with. America, I am Dale William Paul. And let's get me assassinated! Because if they're not taking shots at your life, I was hit twice by 2 cars in the past. I hadn't mentioned AT&T in any way like these things, as these people all know me to do, and everyone who listens knows me to do. In the weeks that suddenly your thing was involved, and I made some more brilliant maneuvers, like when I ripped an asshole in the internet. If you would like to hear more about that, by all means, YouTube viewer, ask me. Because these things they're fantastic. I think I mean, I think Bill Gates was at the Plainfield, Illinois, Planet Fitness. I'm like, oh my God. They showed me him on PBS like the night before to get the image in my head. And then he had the mask and I like got him. And this guy who looked exactly like, he was the doppelganger, then saw that I pulled out my camera and like, now he's in the background. He got the fuck away. But then I'm like, is that Bill? And it's like, I acknowledged him. So he had to come and like, he still had the mask on. But then after I leave the place, still like explaining the asshole I ripped in the internet with nothing nefarious or hacking. It's by a series of passwords in which, okay, I'll stop that because that's God telling me, shut the fuck up. This cup here just falling right there in this little concave is saying, okay, shut the fuck up, you're off course. Good, okay, fine. Anyways, but I know you're fucking off, AT&T, and I'm saying, I am still as yet powerless. All I have is the visual proof of these things that the Truman Show that you have helped keep me encaged. Fucked off today and let the cat out of the bag, and I'm not going back in. And I'm going to contend with you. Don't jerk me off, AT&T. You're going to validate this big handsome smile for all America. Because America, get this. I want them to have to make me so, because they've heard some ideas from me. I have planes flying over me. Anywhere I go. It's like, planes are going to fly. No shit. But directly over your head, it's just like formation. At times, over Oswego, Illinois, in some parking lot that is desolate because it's 10 o'clock at night. But because you are typing or you're on a rant that everybody's listening to, they start to, oh shit. Because like, those are for years I've thought those are my friends. Only recently have I grown sour and said, these things are fucked off as well. Because they are. Because every time there's been a life-threatening situation, they've been conspicuously absent. Got hit on the elbow, the guy passing on the... it was at night. I didn't have my light on. I didn't go after the guy's nuts. He stopped. It's like, didn't even hurt. I got hit. This guy's going 40 miles an hour past me as they time it to where this big semi that would normally carry like a bunch of cars from dealerships was coming at the same time. This guy swerved, hits me in the... I know he's behind me. He knows I'm there. But it's like, if I swerve, I don't give a fuck. Last summer, they had some young kids come out from Chicago, and one of them had the shiv and was going to stab me, except I lied to him. I'm not taping you. Jesus Christ, man. Oh, shit, I thought you was. Because his friend's like, yo, who's taping you? This has been going for years. They're after these videos. These videos have eviscerated the military around here in America. These military men are they know me. I don't give a fuck. But I talk shit to them. Fuck this little coward military. It is not hard to be brave and bark when you got a fucking 10 million dog pack with you. I am brave, military. I don't give a fuck how you feel about it. America, let them pay me and let me put these plans in action that I want to do. Because if I have a bunch of money and like I just hire a bunch of engineers, because funnel some seawater in, you take a big pipe, right? You set up a bunch of greenhouses, right? You just funnel water in and you desalinate. I can only imagine, so why wouldn't solar power be possible to desalinate with? Which is that solar power shit. That's abundant. So it's like you could put that in the desert where it's always fucking sunny. And it's like, what would Exxon say? Who the fuck cares what Exxon would say? Anyways, they hear me saying these. I have a fan base that doesn't ever pay a subscription, so it's like they're just a bunch of military. They like a good comedian, but like they're not friends. They would have me be alone and miserable like they are, except I'm a shiny star, and fuck who you are. Fucking asswipes. I've been in this prison for so fucking long with these goddamn jerk-offs, and they let the cat out of the bag today. So AT&T, I don't think you can be humble with these things. You hate me too much, but don't jerk me off because you're going to lose. You're going to lose. But America, let them make me rich because I would have the water from the sea, enough to, let's say, you could do vast greenhouses, like vast fields, if done with, efficiency. You are efficient with the water management. You desalinate on its way from the sea, and you also filter the plastic filth. Oh, whoa, buddy, then you're fighting 3M. I was on board when you were talking about kind of sidestepping Exxon and saying, hey, buddy, the sun, he's out like, during the winter, he ain't even there. Exxon, I wasn't stepping on your thing, but now you're talking 3M. These plastic things, they are plastic. They think reptilian kind of plastic, asocial thought. I'm out. You talk about cleaning the ocean so that Free Willy don't carry her dead fucking baby for a fucking month like a Raggedy Andy doll. I'm out. You are going to piss off the wrong people. No, thank you. So it's like, I would give me a bunch of money. I'm going to fund public projects and endow them to the public because you can't get this fucking government of shills to do anything. So it's like, America, I think I won today after over a decade. But really, you won, America, today, because I'm going to fund your healing in social ways. $100 million is what I'm going for. No, you better come at me with a better offer, AT&T. You're just hoping you can keep me secret, which you haven't been able to. Except officially. You have me in the Truman Show. But the Truman Show literally played out a scene from the Truman Show. It is so goddamn... She didn't ask me my name or my number. But I walk in there, no, it says right here, your submission. And then you sent me something saying it was denied on your website with your data. After she looked me up without asking my name or my number at the AT&T location. I've never met this person. But she knew who Truman was. And my name or my number to such intimate or familiar degree, or you said that guy who were fucking off with LA Fitness, our gay buddy on the down low, you and LA Fitness, you got your conspiracy around me. You have. And I have so much. You made a model of phone obsolete because you didn't like the videos I was making, not because I was trashing cops who also help these people maintain this constant revolving prison around me, as told by Ezekiel. The Lord knew something about it. Take my yoke upon you and learn of me. My yoke is easy, my burden is light. And they're like, whoa, you are not going to start shining on these fucking morons. I stay rich because these morons can't think a fucking thought without being hungry. Don't fuck me off, AT&T. The fall of your house is great. But you might be my friend. I don't see why we couldn't be, because I want to go after Planet Fitness and LA Fitness. Planet Fitness, I have so many videos. 2 of your locations. One of them, I make a complaint. You kick me out. Then I start going to 6 a day. And then a guy gets violent in front of your guy. He takes him aside and whispers, this is the jerk off who we're all framing. Because you guys have been I started writing, tilting at windmills, bit by bit with my thumbs, 400 pages on my phone as I'm on the treadmills. And it brought they had to then account for it, where I was and who's this thing, which is doing the only thing the status quo fears, writing. Expressing thought, but expressing thought witty, and it's like relevant thought and controversial thought. It's like easy to, you're like, oh wow. I get lost in my own writing sometimes. That's how good the Lord's done for me. But notwithstanding, these things at Planet Fitness, they kicked me out of one place. I'm like, okay. So I went to like 7 a day, and they had to send crew after crew of, you could see the crews show up at the same time around my coming. It's like, it's not just paranoia. Oh, yeah. Who else do you know has hundreds of pages of publishable, controversial, and insightful, relevant writing in an age in which the average adult intellect retreats into fantasy with everything it watches on a stupid fucking Hulu or Netflix? It's all just this fantasy bullshit. Someone's here making them actually think thoughts. and like as like, might keep the attention of some young adults, and then they're like, oh well. Plus the things I wrote in college. Oh my God, about like surveillance and censorship. Oh man, Shakespeare had to fear these. Measure for Measure became Macbeth. Anyways, way off subject. But you're fucking off these things. So let's see. Oh, one file uploaded. All right, there we go. That's the pivotal one. I think we'll speak again, though. We don't have to be enemies. Look, you're going to say, AT&T, are you going to jerk me off and say, you're now fighting Google. Because I have these things on Google Drive, and it's like, Google has been pretty goddamn good to me. They have let me, I figured you guys would have wiped out all my data so long ago. Because it's like you plant besides many waters. Blessed is he who planteth besides many waters. That's how I've used my writing. I know you're there, like they're there and looking in on my phone and they want to make sure you're not some fucking psycho advocating like mass murder and putting out Mein Kampf, redo because everybody's so pissed off. They hear me say some fucking crazy things. So these things that like sabotage my tires, break my cat's wrist. That set me crazy. That set so much of this in action right now. You fucking morons. Like, you had fucked with me for a decade. My Ahab, Caroline's husband, pulled Rocco's face off. I'm not going there. It brings up so much anger in me. And then you break Little Cinnamon's wrist last week because you didn't like the videos again of me versus AT&T. The first battle of Oswego Commons. And then how 2 or 3 days later, we had the second battle of Oswego Commons, where that one. Now, I haven't uploaded those fully, but they are unflattering for you. And I'm quite the comedian when it comes to, like, economic bullshit. They played, there's a terrible commercial, Allstate, which some idiot is listening to an unlistenable, awful fucking song. Da 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 da, ba bum 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 bum. Let's make lots of money. This idiot with this fucking hood ornament, fucking singing. It's a terrible. Whoever is these, I am anti-agenda. This is anti-agenda and the war on advertising. That's a story of mine. But like, so they played that at Walmart because like they listen to everything I say. They played it at Walmart distinctly because I'm in there. But not like, maybe they're not even talking. They're just like, I want to hear this guy make fun of it because it's funny. They hear me make fun of these things, and that's how I've gotten, like, they've saw political insight, a small bit of compassion, which is exponentially more than, most American-bred fuckfaces. And I like to joke around, and when things are stupid, I can't bear it, especially on, like, television and advertising. Oh, since I was a young boy, and the Nerf toy just, like, totally didn't live up to the fantasy of the commercial. Literally. Since I was a little boy, I'm like, fuck this commercial. It's like if I'm with, like little friends, and you're watching, like, there's a commercial, I'm like, I look at them like, is that not the stupidest thing you've ever seen? But you guys, they did let's make lots of money. So it's like, they played that in Walmart. So if it is to trash me, to say, because if it's like in any sort of rough spirit, other than to, perhaps elicit a giggle for me to give you, then I'm just like, are you kidding me? Walmart, your employees can't make a living wage, though they fucking work a full-time fucking, if they can get full-time hours, you don't pay them a living wage. You are making fun of your employees while you're trying to get to me. What the fuck? It's like, I always have that contextual advantage. That's the only advantage that I ever have over them. They've watched me for months and months pick up change to keep like my cigarette habits alive at times from the drive-thrus in the seedy darkness of night. Ah, get the light off me! Get the light off me! You are making fun of your employees. It's like I always have, but like they'll like when they see me, they like to ride cars there. So it's like, look at like how pathetic he is. I'm like, morons, you are told to cycle around the fucking hobo, the fucking poorest person around who you've blacklisted. My last job, a 500-pound monster. The only other employee at this warehouse was fraudulently using my shipping position and then blackmailed me to have sex with the most unfuckable porpoise humankind has ever shed out! You are retarded! So it's like they are right. So now that lately, you know, since I bring these things too much to their attention and then they hear it, but like the skies are bending towards me, they see this the same, well, he does have planes over him all the time. Don't worry over the skies, for by thus are the Gentiles the heathen confounded. I have trust in the Lord. Me and him argue sometimes. I'm going to punch him in the face when I get up there. Be like, what the fuck was your problem? What the fuck took so long? But these people... Walmart, you're making fun of your people though, like the people you're working for you. I was going around Walmart, like I'm like looking at them like it's not unusual around these parts, the Kendall County, you know, Oswego, Yorkville, Montgomery, Plainfield, Naperville, Aurora, to find me around. And if I'm in a public forum, they cycle the people around to both meet me coming in, and I always make fun of them. And then like it infuriates you when you have some gay dad come up to you, like try to like be within 2 feet of you to like usurp your digital signature in the sky, because that's literally what they're doing. The Lord advises you, don't lay up treasures on the earth which moth does corrupt and thieves do snatch. You lay them up in heaven. I've uploaded these things and I've seen amazing things by trusting in the word, the literal like advice of the Lord through something as abstract as that. Started keeping digital documentation, and this paramilitary apparatus has like, except that now they're gonna get real staunch. They always do. Oh my God. They are basically at times bending the knee saying, just be chill right now. Any spark you do right now, if you put me on your camera, you are going to castrate me. Some of them I've seen like their fathers, once they urge me to put them on my camera, like they look like they're gonna fucking cry. I have so many videos at Planet Fitness of their needle dictitudes and pimple dick fathers. It's a terrible thing, this local white adult parental male. It's a hideous thing. Anyways, you might find me around these places, and like that day I'm like, been working all day, been slaving away. Walmart makes the money. No profit sharing, no human caring. Walmart takes the money. It's like, they set me up to look like a comedic genius making fun of them. I don't know how we got there, but now it's almost 30 minutes. But so I think both of those things went on. So I just have a new YouTube video now, which is only a couple minutes long, in which I express concerns of what you're going to do with this woman to get her to say that I didn't come in today and she didn't pull the veil back from the... I want to bless this woman forever. Lobbyists do the same thing. Go work for the fucking government and then go play for the enemy's team. If this woman, if like her mistake to take this wool and just, oh shit, I just let the cat out of the bag. Hope you didn't notice that. She never asked my name or my number, but looked me up on her computer. They're going to try to say that she didn't. My video says what in the thing she says differently. Anyways, those were my concerns. So that video just went on, and the pivotal video to Google Drive, which I trust. I've not lost a video or a screenshot or an image or a voice record, anything. They've not fucked me off once. But if you're the biggest thing, it's easy for Satan to be patient, but like, and then I always figured they would pull the rug out at some point, like before I put tilting at windmills on the internet and just erase 400 pages of work, and I have, only so much of, only like 4/5 of it is actually written down. A lot of it's improvisation as the typing process. Does he not chart down to see if he has enough wherewith to build his house? And then he advises, let your eye be then full of light. So if you write these things down and you do pre-writing like that, then your writing becomes even that much full. Anyways, 30 minutes, and it just warned me that it's about to lose storage space. So AT&T, I hope you will be the exact opposite of most American enterprise and corporation and not jerk me off, because I have you by the balls as long as Google doesn't fuck over who will be the American people, because I'm going to bless them in the huge settlement that I deserve and am going to demand. And you're going to fight me over. You're going to say I get nothing. Well, that's ridiculous.